It seems like today's world is getting grayer, not greener. With more people and more industry, we are becoming surrounded by paved streets, high-rise apartment buildings, corporate skyscrapers, and mechanized factories. Yet perhaps we could bring some green to these ever-growing cities, while also solving other urban problems. Many building owners and community groups have begun implanting rooftop gardens on top of their urban homes and workspaces. On flat sections of roof, they can create natural refuges of grass, shrubs, flowers, crops, and more. There are many different types of rooftop garden, including container, hydroponic, extensive, and intensive. In an urban setting, wildlife and habitats quickly disappear as trees and plants make way for buildings and roads. A rooftop garden can provide a corridor environment for wildlife, bridging between natural habitats on the ground. It can also be a refuge for threatened species whose habitats are being destroyed. Many insects thrive in rooftop gardens, including spiders, beetles, ants, snails, and bees. These small insects and invertebrates in turn attract and feed bird species. Studies have found many species of birds feeding and breeding on green roofs. Thus, the biodiversity lost in constructing these buildings can partly be regained. Rooftop gardens also have great plant variety and can support many different plants and crops. For many people in cities, rooftop gardens provide one of the only local, reliable sources of fresh and often organic food. These roof-grown crops don't have to travel from rural farms miles away in trucks that use fossil fuels and pollute the air. In the United Kingdom, many supermarkets sell crops right from their own rooftops, cutting out transportation entirely. As more buildings are made with the weight and structure of rooftop gardens in mind, the possibilities for crop variety and numbers multiply. In 1999, the city of St. Petersburg, Russia actually produced more agriculturally than the entire Leningrad region thanks to rooftop gardening. Rooftop gardens can also help us begin to reverse some of the most harmful effects cities have on the environment. In cities, rain falls onto asphalt and other impermeable surfaces. It then becomes polluted and can overfill sewerage systems or run into nearby bodies of water. By taking in the stormwater first, rooftop gardens can reduce this harmful runoff by 54%. Green roofs also help reduce the urban heat island effect. As the Earth's temperature rises, cities' temperatures are rising nearly twice as fast. Pavement stores up heat, engines burn fuel into heat, and close quarters trap heat. Plants evaporate water through their leaves, acting as nature's sweat. Tall plants like trees provide shade for both people and buildings. These attributes can allow rooftop gardens to reduce local ambient air temperatures by about 4 degrees Celsius. Pollution is one of the greatest environmental, social, and political challenges we face today. Just in Toronto, pollution contributes to 1,000 premature deaths per year. Plants can help. They cut pollution from air conditioning and heating by protecting buildings from the wind. Buildings with green roofs reduce their electricity consumption by 2% and natural gas consumption by 9 to 11%. Green roofs can mean a 10% reduction in smog precursors. Perhaps most importantly, plants sequester carbon, one of the greatest contributors to global warming. Photosynthesis removes atmospheric carbon dioxide and stores it in the soil before the plant decomposes. The amounts are astonishing. Urban trees sequester 6.5 million tons of carbon each year in the United States. Just imagine what growing rooftop gardens on every building could do. Just 1 square meter of grass sequesters 0.1 kilograms of carbon, the same amount emitted by driving 10,000 miles. Switzerland and parts of Germany have laws mandating that developers transfer displaced biodiversity to their own roofs. Tokyo requires all buildings to have 20% of their roofs be green space. Perhaps it is time for the United States to follow suit.